Hi, today is September 29th, 2019. Let's just call it, I'm rounding up, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is Olawale Okabola with Spartacus Trading Corporation. Here, just bringing you to conclusion. Well, yeah, I think I'm bringing you to conclusion for an overnight trade that I talked about. Um, I'm long three contracts. Please refer to part one of this video where I talked about why I was interested in the trade and why I took it. I had two more contracts on as a limit order, but I am going to take those off.
Order cancelled.
So those two are off. I had an initial stop at 61. I'm taking that off.
Order cancelled.
I am now placing my stop a tick above break even on three.
Order working. Order working.
I don't know why, but I really don't need to put a stop because I am going to exit this trade. Um, so let me go ahead and start to
Order working.
tee it up.
Order cancelled. Order cancelled. Order
I
cancelled.
talked about a couple of exits that I was interested in. These gray lines, I'm no longer interested in that. I'll share with you uh, later why I'm not.
Order filled.
So I got one contract off of the three. I have a
Order cancelled.
I have another contract to get out at 70.50. If it gets hit,
Order filled.
that got hit. So I got a runner on right now at one. My first destination was at 72 quarter. Um, like I said before, I'm not really interested in holding on. We still got the threat of geopolitical news out here, out in the market. A quick 3 points or so, 3.5 points on a quick overnight trade. It's not bad. Why be greedy?
Order working.
I got that last contract to get out at 70 quarter.
Order filled.
Okay, so I am flat.
Order cancelled.
I got out of my stop. Now I will share with you why I decided to exit the trade. Stand by. I use the 5 minute bar chart to help me with executions at times or exits. Um, I wanted out of the trade, one, because of geopolitical news going on out there, and then two, at the time, there was too many touches off of this. Well, now I'm looking stupid, right? There was too many touches for me off a certain moving average that usually a signal for me that the trade could be on the get it on the heavy side, but it doesn't mean that the trade would not be successful. Um, I just said to myself, 3 points in the overnight on three contracts, why be greedy? And so I wanted to get out. But let me also share with you another reason why I was interested in the trade to begin with. Again, please refer to my report for September 30th. The report for September 30th that was going into tomorrow being Monday's trade and these references that I have on my chart. Usually, how it works, let's deal with this chart right here. Take off all these lines. No longer need them. The market goes. So what? I got a little money to play with going into tomorrow on three contracts. 3.5 points, 3.25 points on three contracts. You do the math. That's decent for a quick overnight trade. I talked about in my report for September 30th, that's tomorrow's prep report. I talked about how I was paying attention to this rally high. What this rally high means to me is that usually folks look to short from the last high made, or in this case, a rally high. Um, if the market begins to trade above that reference, more than likely you got some folks short because from E period, that's when the China news took over, and you see how they continue to try to force this market down, and the market, got low, but it did not stay at least outside the value area low. Came almost close to the halfway mark, which is this green line. All right. So if the market opens in the pre-market overnight above there, there's some folks that's caught the wrong way. And usually, if you were holding on to the short trade, you probably would start looking to drag your stop down, at least have your stop here. So at least in the overnight, I suspected that there would be some stops to get hit, and that's probably what's going on. I think the overnight opened somewhere here. I wasn't around for the overnight because I was with the kids. But sorry, folks. Sorry if I was babbling. Kids were crying. I had to take care of that. Now I'm back. Anyway, trading above here, more than likely, some stops will start to get hit. I think the market, I don't know where they opened up, but nevertheless, um, that's got me interested in the trade. The fact that the market opened higher, traded all the way to the rally high, could not get through this rally high. At least I'm calling it a rally high. By theory, probably not a rally high, but it's okay. I'm using it as a reference, and that's what I'm going to call it. I'm just going to call it a rally high. So nevertheless, I use that as a reference to get in. I got in at 67. So from the very beginning, I knew that my trade location wasn't the best. Ideally, you want to be somewhere in around 66. That's why I had two more contracts to get in. Refer to part one when I had those limit orders in. And so I already knew that, oh, here's the move now, huh? I already knew that my trade location wasn't the best. We got geopolitical stuff. So I just told myself, just take the trade off. So nevertheless, that's why I took the trade off. Why I got in, I just explained. More than likely, there probably some stops getting hit. Okay, and we still don't know how things are going to shake out going into tomorrow. So I figured while I was up, I'll just take the money. Again, my number one goal is to grab the cash, put myself in a position to take advantage of any perceived opportunities using the same references I talked about. So this is a nice, good sampler of how I use the information to put myself in a position to make some trades that will be more than likely in my favor. Nevertheless, this is not the cleanest video I've ever made, but I got some stuff I need to take care of. So I hope, I hope at least you're able to gather something from this video as far as execution, using references, and also being prudent, putting prudence over profits. One second. Putting prudence over profits. Not the ideal climate to make a video when kids are going crazy on me. So nevertheless, this was my goal. This little funky structure to take the first contract off. You can see the market's peeling back. More than likely, we're probably getting some kind of liquidation. I don't know. I don't really even care. Nevertheless, it was another successful trade from Spartacus, and I hope this is helpful. Sorry for all the babbling. I gotta go. This is Olawale Okabola, Spartacus Trading Corporation. Have a good night, everybody.